Alright, hey Seth, what's going on? I took some time and I looked over the VOD once, wrote down a couple of notes, and yeah, we'll get to the game right now in a sec. Let me fast forward a little bit to where we actually start. Alright, so first thing I notice here is that the other team has several golds, 4 golds. I know you can't really help that, especially considering your entire team is platinum. So it is going to be a little bit skewed since, you're not going to be focused down as hard as you would at a mid or high platinum game or even diamond. But I'm still going to try and give you some good advice, like your positioning and things like that. Again, you're solo queuing, so the team comp, Mercy's always going to be a good pick. I know that at the beginning it's a little bit it's not ideal, but it does get better as the game goes on. So let me fast forward a little bit more just until where the game starts. Here we go. Alright. So we have a kind of like a typical start to one of these games. We got the Hanzo going off by himself. I think you made the right decision moving with the team. Now, here, this is good position right here. You're kind of staying out of line of sight, and this is where you start making a mistake. You get into the thick of it, right? You're in combat, you're getting shot from that direction. This is where I want you to be, right? If I go back just a bit, right here, this is great. You're out of line of sight. You're power boosting the soldier. You can see most of the teams. I know you see that critical guy over there, but you can't really do anything about it. This is good. You can't get shot from here. You're power boosting the soldier. You can keep your DPS alive. Don't worry too much about the Roadhog. He can sort of, heal himself, obviously. This is right here is where I don't like what you did. There's not really a need to come out into the open to heal this McCree, who's actually already at full health. Maybe power boost him, but you can do that from where you were standing before. Right, kind of put yourself in danger here. So this is kind of good positioning, although you could see, if I go right back just a little bit, right? I think, is that a plant over here? I'm not really sure what that is. No, that's definitely not a plant. So I can see, okay, I gotta move. So where are you gonna move? Well, up here with the soldiers are great positioning, right? But there's no need to come back out here. Why are you coming back out? That's why you died. Right, there was no need to come back out there. You had a great position around, right around here. This is good positioning. Once again, you're out of line of sight. You got some pillars to help block you. You can see your entire team. You don't have to fly to everybody who's critical. I'm pretty sure from this distance you could still heal that McCree. Yeah, so you put yourself in danger. Here comes Doomfist. Yep, that's unfortunate. Alright. Now, the next thing I kind of want to touch on, and you're going to see it a lot in this area, is your redundant healing. Right. So, you'll notice here on the screen, it actually tells you how much health the person that you're power boosting or healing has. You know that you've been playing Mercy for a long time, but I want you to focus more on that, like during this fight. Like right here, you have to switch to power boost. See? Alright. He's full. Switch to power boost. Alright. You can't do much here. You can't fly away. Now, right here, what do we see? See Junkrat. Why are we flying back out into the open? Alright, why? That's kind of like a bad habit of yours. Alright, like right here, you see somebody that needs healing, and what do? Look, nobody even needed healing. You kind of just fly out into the open right into a Junkrat. You took a bunch of damage. Ana has to waste nade on you. And here you go back out into the open again. You can do all your healing from complete safety of this little edge right here. Alright, I think, yeah, that was a good idea to dip out. You got that Junkrat in there doing a bunch of work. Why do you fly to them? No need to fly. Alright, look at this redundant healing. Let me go back a little bit. I think, if I remember my notes correctly, kept the Cicero guy alive. Okay, power boost, power boost, power boost. Can I heal? No, I don't think this was a time, actually. They did have that Junkrat in there, though. He's kind of spamming, so you could have dipped out, kind of avoid like those small spaces with the Junkrat. Alright, so right here you gotta be big. I can't hear you. I imagine you're in chat telling Soldier, come back, come back, come back, come back. Because he's moving backwards. Alright. If you notice down here, we've got a Pharah instead of a Reinhardt. That gives you a little bit more survivability. You have to use that to your advantage. That Pharah is like this awesome, like it's like a widow grapple. You know, you can just fly up and get to safety really, really, really quickly and heal from up there. Alright, good job, kind of staying out of harm's way. Now, you see Pharah. Alright, so we got Pharah up here. You're gonna either want to join Pharah, right, which you couldn't do, or I mean, you kind of could have. I mean, it's kind of a tight fit, but I'm not really sure what happened. But now what do we have here? We have an ulting soldier. We have 94%. I know that you have res, but this soldier needs to stay alive. So either you go with Pharah, or you go with soldier. But instead, you hang out back here. Right? You're all by yourself. You weren't really doing anything. I know you're probably looking for that res, right? You're trying to do, but sometimes it's more important to not let your ulting soldier die than to bring him back to life. Alright. So yeah, I hope I'm not being too nitpicky, Seth. I'm just trying to give you the best advice that I can give from a third person point of view. Now, this particular map, whatever it's called, I know it's Oasis, but this one in particular, I think is great for Mercy. But you have to communicate with your teammates so that you can get into the best position. Now, what I found is a great position for Mercy is right in the middle of that little. It's got a little like little hut in the middle. On the roof of that, it's just great. You can heal everybody from up there. This is really nice. I like this. Right, you're healing your team now. Kind of things start to go badly. I see you freaking out. Go this way, off the ledge. Right, that's the way you want to go. Not this way. You're gonna die for sure if you go this way. Right, and you're gonna give him a bunch of ult charge. If you go this way, then you're more likely to stay safe. Yeah, so pretty much, I mean, that wasn't your fault. You couldn't have done anything. It was just a small little suggestion. The only thing I probably could say, let me go back a little bit, is right around here. Wait, a little bit before that. You do something really cool, and I like it. So you hop up here, and you're flying around. Now, you can actually heal from up on top of this bridge right here. You could heal all this stuff without actually putting yourself in danger. You did a pretty good job of it, but, you know, wasn't much you can do. But for future reference, you could stand on that bridge and heal and kind of stay out of stay relatively safe. All right, let's fast forward a little bit. Let's get you back into the fight here. All right. So again, you're healing redundantly, right? Once they're in full health, right here, power. There you go. There you go. Yeah, they're just trickling in. You can't really do anything about that, can you? But here, there's something neat that you can do that they're gonna, I think, is it here? Yeah, right here you're gonna have that, there's this like Sombra like harassing you, right? And this is more like for future reference, but if Sombra's harassing you, you can actually step to the other side of the shield, and then she can't shoot you anymore. And then if she steps to that side, then you step back over to this side of the shield. And so it's kind of like, it's a Winston tactic that you do a lot with Winston. It's called like bubble dancing, where you move in and out of the shield, right, to keep them from being able to shoot you. You can do that as Mercy when there's a Winston bubble also. Some flying Orisa action there. Alright, so we gotta pick. Alright, let's go in. Power boost him. There you go. Power boost him. See, everybody's at full health right now. You gotta be power boosting. Full health, full health, full. Okay, there we go. Now, what I would be asking for, and Junkrat actually does it right here. This is what I was telling you about. What you want to ask your team to do, whether it be McCree or Soldier, or even Junkrat in this case, because Junkrat does benefit from the high ground, is ask them, get on top of the high ground. And jump on top of the high ground. And once you get up here, what you do, let me see, oh, it's not yet, but you do get up there eventually. There you go, fight's pretty much over. Kind of easy. Right. I can see you're trying to get up to that high ground. There you go. Okay, what you can do from here is you can actually jump and glide across to right here, and this gives you crazy good cover. I mean, you're really just out of harm's way up here. You can your healing beam and power boost will reach everybody down here easily. You stay super safe. You see people are starting to die. Don't fly to them, right? Ask them to come back, to move backwards. Don't fly to them. Alright, McCree finally gets the high ground. Should be power boosting him. Alright, so can't really do much here. Now, take a look at the kill feed. Right, you have it. It's 31. I mean, you got 31%. That's pretty good. Is a whole Mercy res worth an extra couple of percent? You can look at the kill feed before. There is nothing on the kill feed. Your team hasn't killed anything, but you've lost 2 people. What you're gonna do here, you're not gonna. There's no way you can see this, right? You're like, oh, there's 2 people. Gotta bring them back to life. But that will only make it back into a 6v6, and not even a good 6v6, because these people are stationary. They can't move when you res them, and so it's very easy for the enemy team to line up their shots, and they're more than likely going to die right afterwards. You want to save your reses for when the fight is currently even, and bringing back 1 person or 2 people would put it in your favor. In this case, you're basically trading an ult for a couple of percentage points. Right, and you'll notice it kind of does fall apart right afterwards. So yeah, you got maybe 16% for an ult. I don't know if it's worth it, especially since you fed the enemy team 2 characters worth of ult charge. All right, we got to pick, right? Oh man, that Junkrat's going off. You should be power boosting here though. Okay, there you go. If that health bar is full, you switch to power boost. Switch to power boost. See right here? All this is power boost. All this is there you go. Like I said before, you wanna make sure you ask that McCree to get on the high ground, the Junkrat to get on the high ground. It's good for them and it's good for you. Avoid the spam. Alright, they did switch to Pharah, but I don't think it ends up making that much of a difference here. There you go, this is what I was talking about, this little palapa right here, this little hut. Right, you want to stay up here, right? And you can actually jump back and forth between the hut. See, I wouldn't even get off of this, right? Because there's, it's like no big deal, just have someone come back to the point, there's nobody there. And it's just fly, yeah, just fly back and forth like that, it's really good. Alright, you got res. You got 92%. I don't think it's going to make a difference here, but let's see. Alright, you're up 1. Somebody died. Alright, you res this person, guaranteed you win the fight. Does it make a difference in the long run? I don't think it does, but well, you ended up getting hacked, I guess. But I'd say like, okay, you're up to, just get the res. That it puts the fight way in your favor. It makes it into a, I don't know, 6v4, 6v3. Now, I can't hear, I know you're typing here, I can't hear what you're saying. I can only imagine because of what you told me that people were being kind of toxic. How can you deal with it? Mute. You mute the person that's being toxic. You can't hear them, but they can hear you. You can still do call outs and everything. So I would just say mute the toxic person or people. You know, don't worry about that so much. Okay, so right here you have a decision. This is not your fault, but you have a decision. You can either follow the DPS, right, on this side over here. I don't know what this is. It's like a Junkrat, a soldier. I'm not really sure what they are. Or you can go left and follow the Lucio, who is already a healer, and the Genji, whom you can't really heal anyway. Right? You can heal all these guys. You know, who are you gonna be healing? A Lucio? Right? You're basically depriving this half of the team over here from any healing because you've gone with the Lucio with 1 DPS. Right? Here we go. So there you go. And Junkrat's doing some work over there, but your Genji's died. Right now you've died. Uh, I don't think you win this team fight. I'm not sure, but I imagine Lucio was soon to die after. Oh no, Lucio got him. Yeah, well, the fight's pretty much over. So when you have to make a choice, when they force you to make a choice, go with the side that doesn't already have a healer, or the people that can benefit most from your healing. And I know in the moment it's kind of hard to think about it, but you probably never want to follow Genji. So are we going in here? Oh, Genji's doing some work. Alright, Genji's doing some work. Awesome, sweet. Alright, get some power boost. There you go. Get some power boost on that. Alright, not bad, not bad, not bad. This is all good. See, I like this because you're not in the fight. You're kind of like out of the way. I like how you're ducking, weaving. It's pretty sweet. But you've kind of been checkmated here. If you go back just a sec. This was good, right? Some action going on in here. You got teammates in here. You're kind of keeping them safe, and you're in a position where you're not in danger. You're kind of out of the way of the fight. You can heal safely. You need to get out of that habit of wasting your guardian angel. Oh, you didn't use it. Never mind. Forget it. There you go. Now, oh, where are we going? Where are we going? Away from the team? You got a Doomfist on you. Yeah. You need to move forward, right? There's nobody on the point, and that just comes down to a little bit of awareness. Alright. We're finally getting up to our first ult here. It's taken a little bit because we've died twice already. It's not, it's not completely your fault. Alright, good job. You're gonna boost. Yeah, you're boosting the hog. That's always a smart idea in that situation. Ooh. So, the Doomfist ult, I mean, when we've played, I'm guessing it caught you off guard here, but you want to make sure that you don't corner yourself. You kind of like backed yourself up into a corner there. You don't corner yourself because, let me just show it real quick right here. Go back a little bit. Okay, so you're backing up into a corner. I'm not sure why. Maybe you're trying to get away from your teammates, but okay. So he's actually ulted in front of you. You can't move backwards. You have to move through the ult to get to the person that's in front of you. Right? You want to make sure you don't corner yourself. It gives you less opportunities, less places to fly to. And that's ultimately the reason why you got killed there. I can see why you did it, but if you die, the fight's just as over as if Junkrat dies, so you want to make sure that you do whatever you can to stay alive yourself, especially since you had that res coming up. Alright, so right now the fight's even. You've both taken 2. Right now the fight's in your favor. Now, you get yourself into a crazy situation here. You get in there with a Torb turret, you have a Torb in there, a Doomfist. I don't know how you make it out alive. It's that Guardian Angel selecting. I think that was fine. I think a res here also is fine. Although I can see, actually, now that I think about it, it makes more sense for you to hold on to it just in case you need it for the next fight. You want to power boost that hog. I think you're trying to do that. Awesome. So hopefully I gave you some decent advice. Some crap mercy play of the game. Just a little bit of a recap. You want to make sure that your positioning is always, next to a corner where you're kind of out of line of sight. You want your beam to be going to that person. Um, Another key point is you're blowing your guardian angel to get to someone that you can heal anyway without really much of a struggle. Um, so save your guardian angel for those situations. Don't fly forward a couple of inches. You could have just walked. Um, you want to make sure that you're looking out for redundant healing. That, if you're healing somebody, as soon as they're topped off, you switch to that power boost because that's going to end the fight faster. And actually, I'm not sure if you know this, you probably do, but if you're power boosting somebody, they actually gain more ult charge because they're doing more damage. So power boosting is actually incredibly important if your team is relatively healthy, and you want to pick those power boost targets. Um, Pick the characters that could benefit most from it. A soldier, a Junkrat, even an Orisa is a great power boost target because she actually pumps out a lot of damage. Um, Make sure that, especially since we have like this new Mercy that's coming down the line, you want to make sure that you're not really shy. When that soldier was ulting and the Pharah was going in, you needed to be with them. You need to keep them alive long enough for the rest of the team to go, and you might have taken that point. Um, Make sure that you're asking your DPS to get on the high ground for you, so you have somewhere to fly to. I can't tell if you were doing that because I didn't have any sound. Um, your reses, this information is not going to help for much longer, but you want to make sure that your reses always, even if you're resing one person, it's fine as long as it's going to actually benefit the team fight. Don't just res people to die again or res people just to make it back into a 6v6. Because really the only thing you've done is stalled, and especially if the other people are holding the point, then you're giving them a lot more time to hold it, you're giving them more ult charge, and ultimately you're not doing your team much of a favor. Um, if people are toxic, then just mute them, don't let them get under your skin, just mute them. And yeah, I think that's about it, Seth. Hopefully I didn't come off as too pretentious. I'm just trying to be helpful, and hopefully I'm not nitpicking too much, but I know that you told me that you want constructive criticism, that you want people to tell you how to improve, right? I don't mind doing this. It didn't take me very long. I don't mind doing this for another one of your gameplays in the future if you'd like, and hopefully this helps you out, man. So anyway, peace out.